Hey guys, welcome to Creativism. I'm Josh the Creative, and in this episode, I'm going to be talking about going into your project with good vibes. This was something that I had a conversation with my wife a few weeks ago. She's working on a window that she's painting flowers and stuff on it. And one of the things that she told me was she didn't want to go into painting that with a sort of blasé, mundane mindset because the energy is not going to be there. The effort is not going to be there, and that's going to show in the final product. So it's something that we talked about, and I ponder on it over and over. To a project half baked. You can't go into it not feeling confident about it. That's different from not knowing what all you're going to do. It's one thing to not know all the steps. It's another thing to not be confident in even taking the first step. But what I want to focus on this episode is, so I want you to catch this. If you go into a project with a success-minded energy and effort and sort of approach, that puts you that much further to achieve that success. And the results you get are going to reflect that mindset you put into it. Because that mindset is going to take you over every hurdle, every obstacle that project is going to present to you. Nothing is ever easy. Nothing worth doing is ever really easy. We as creatives, I'm sure you're probably in a mindset where you like to be challenged. So with that challenge comes obstacles and distractions and all of that, things that would hinder us from achieving the goal. So that confidence that I'm going to put my effort into this, I'm going to try my darndest, and I'm going to just go ham, put everything into this so that when it's finished and done, I know that I tried my best. That's going to reflect in that work. It's going to reflect in that project. For me, this is most relevant to when I'm working on music. I have all these different tracks that I kind of play around with. Some I maybe sit on for 5 minutes at a time, and I'll move on to something else. Others, I'll spend some hours over time on it, just fine tuning it, figuring out the right tune, figuring out the right vibe that I'm trying to aim for. And those are the things that I'm coming in with a mindset of I want to see this succeed. I want to put the energy into this, the actual physical and mental effort into it. That's what's going to make those songs stand out more. You could easily create, you can make one tune with a few notes, and it's technically music, but you didn't really care about it. You didn't feel like there wasn't the passion wasn't there, and it'll just sound like you don't care. Or you can make a piece of work that sounds like and feels like you put your blood, sweat, and tears into it. And as creatives, that's what we want to do with our work, whether we're getting paid for it or we're putting out stuff for the sake of creating art. We have to go into things with our passion in mind. When this next film project that I have going on, I intend on putting a lot of effort into it. And one thing that I've learned being an amateur filmmaker is I can put in some effort and technically make a film, make a video that exists on the internet. Is technically correct in many ways. It's fine. It's okay. And I wouldn't really have the passion there, so it doesn't really feel like anything. It's just a thing. I can put a lot of effort into it and take more time in kind of fleshing out some things, and it'll turn out a lot better. It would be a much more passionate project. Now, I intend on putting all of my effort into that, not just a lot, but I am so freaking serious about this film being something and actually meaning something. I'm not just creating something just to make money. I'm not just creating a project to say that I'm a filmmaker. I have a purpose for this film, and this is going to test where my mindset is for films to come. I have a particular purpose that needs to be sought out in every aspect of the film production. On the pre-production side, it's going to play into the people that I cast, the crew members that I hire, the different decisions that I make based on what I'm able to do, what I want to do, what needs to be done. I'm going to be putting full energy into that, because by the end result, I want you to be able to see this actually means something. I want you to see that I am serious about this film. It is not to be taken lightly. And that's something I kind of learned over time. I made my first video back in 2010. Holy cow. No, even earlier than that, 2008. It was a tangent, but whatever. It was a project for English class. You're supposed to write like a story or like a essay about Julius Caesar, about the whole story about Julius Caesar. And what my friends and I decided was, what if we did a video about it? So we did a video about Caesar and his friends betraying him, rebelling against him, and all this to the song "We're Not Gonna Take It" by I can't think of the artist's name, but that was the first video I ever shot. It was fun, but over time, as I do these different video projects and stuff, I learned to put more and more effort into it. I see what happened when I didn't put as much effort as I could have in something. When I didn't put as much thought into the script, I didn't put as much care and effort into the filmmaking. I didn't put as much care and thought into the editing. And so by the time I came out, it looked like poop, because I didn't put the effort there. But now isn't the time to be amateur. Now is the time to be serious. So I'm going into this project with a good mindset, with a positive mindset, a successful mindset. That successful mindset is not necessarily that this movie is going to make bank, or this project is going to be the best thing ever. That successful mindset is, this film project is going to make an impact. It is going to shake the ground. Whether that happens or not, I'm going to make sure that I do what I can to get there. So that's all I got for this episode. Just when you have your next project to work on, understand that it's going to be as good as the effort you're able to put into it. It's going to be as good as the mindset, the good vibes, the positivity, the energy you're able to put into that project. So I hope this was helpful. I hope this inspires you during your next project. If you have any questions, you want to hit me up. I'm going to be on Instagram at Josh the Creative. I think there's an underscore before that. I haven't checked. You can find me on Facebook, even though I almost don't exist there, at Joshua Allen Lewis. I'm going to have a website. I had a website for my film business, Fearless Lion Media. If you wanted to see what I did or have done, it's still up. I haven't shut it down or anything. But I'm going to take that, gut it out eventually, and build it back up under this Josh the Creative brand. And some of the goals I have for that avenue is just a way for you to see all of my content, see my films, listen to the podcasts, maybe hear my music. Somehow I want to be able to have all those things in one platform. Thanks for listening, guys. I'll catch you next week. Deuces.